Welcome back to another motherfucking video. Today we're reacting to a little bit of the drama going on in the streaming space. You know, I'm not too sure everything going on. Hey, I'm not messy. I'm just keeping my ear to the streets. That's all I'm saying. Another day with the best community in the community. Let's get right into it. This shit's about to get good. Everybody say hey to YouTube. YouTube.
In about 3 weeks since the popular streamer Bonnie ended up going viral for a pretty bad reason, being that she was 18 when she ended up doing something with a 16-year-old who lied about being 17. A resurfaced clip from back in her cam days ended up popping up.
Her what days? Excuse me? Who's Bonnie? Wait,
viral for a pretty bad reason, being that she was 18 when she ended up doing something with a 16-year-old who lied about being 17. A resurfaced clip from back in her cam
Bonnie sent a roommate. Yeah, they were talking about her in the Black Boy Max. Great Brady Goo. He made. Do you remember in his diss against Arky? I think this Arky girlfriend or something. No, right? Because they were talking about her yesterday in the Playboy Max diss, and I was like, I didn't understand. I don't know. I don't understand. So that's why we're watching this video here today. That's when I said Brady did send a roommate. Oh, and that's why she didn't want to say that much yesterday. I don't think she reacted. Remember, yeah, because you were like, did Cinna say something? I don't think she reacted to his diss.
Popping up back online, causing the internet to look into it and realize, hey, maybe this Bonnie person, you know, is up to something, right?
Basically, like, he was actually 16. I thought he was 17. He lied to me. He was a virgin, and I took his virginity. But like at the time, my mentality was like, okay, I don't have casual.
I think you could say that like that. That's not extremely bad, though. I mean, if you have to say extremely, when you have to put a measure of how bad it is, it's kind of like it's still bad, though.
But this is like my only time to like have sex with somebody who's younger than me.
What? Wait, what? No. See? What kind of mindset is that? What the hell? You feel like you're running out of time? What the hell are you? What the hell? What's she talking? What? Wait a minute.
But
wait a minute. Hold on.
But like at the time, my mentality was like, okay, I don't have casual sex. But
mentality.
This is like my only time to like have sex with somebody who's younger than me. Do the cougar thing and never see him again.
Cougar? What? But you 18 at 18? Who's a cougar at 18? What the hell is she talking about? The cougar thing? All right, I'm not too sure about this.
Yeah, and no one ever know about it. Just for like the experience. Yes, I do. And so I did it. Like I just felt like perfect, you're funny. But yeah, he was like some cute little 16-year-old, and
of course this caused people to dive into it, find out the age differences and whatnot, and I think you're welcome to think what you want about that 2-year age gap and whatnot.
She 18 talking about cougar, unless you got, what 18-year-old is a cougar? What the fuck is she talking about? A cougar is a grown-ass woman. The fuck? Like, I'm not even thinking of a 28-year-old. It's like, unless she look a little older, but like a 25-year-old girl is not, that's not, a 25-year-old woman is not a cougar. Like, I guess I get it's only 2 years, but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't be like, it's not extremely bad when you got to put a measurement of how bad it is. It's like, what the hell is she doing? She talking about this is the only time I'm running out of this. The last time I'm gonna be able to have sex with someone younger than me. What the fuck are you? What? That's the plan? L mentality.
But a lot of people were concerned about the fact that this chick was basically bragging about it and like calling herself a cougar over this relationship, which was a little
gotta
odd.
Be 35
now this
to be a cougar.
situation is back in the news again because another streamer by the name of Brady Goo, I guess there was this big group of a bunch of streamers and they were making music and like diss tracks about each other and whatnot. And Brady Goo, as the introduction to his song,
I mean, yeah, Josh, I've seen worse as well, but that has nothing to do with this right now. What she did is still wrong. I've seen worse too, but that doesn't make what she did not wrong.
He was a virgin, and I took his virginity, and I was like, okay, I'm too much of a slut. Like I just felt like a slut.
Oh.
Are you ready to die?
That's yikes. Oh, I didn't know that.
But
I didn't.
Wait, I like the beat, so the intro.
actually 16.
She reacted.
He was a virgin, and I took his virginity. And
Oh, this is on her
so I was
stream.
Like, okay, I'm too much of a slut. Like, I just felt like a slut.
Oh. This song tough. That. Oh. She's still fine shit. Sorry. That's bad, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's why it's like, bro, when you do something wrong and you exactly shit like this, when something is not correct or not right in the universe and that shit comes back to light, in a moment like this, when somebody else is using this information that you did that shit and she was talking about it, bragging about it, and then it's like you were okay with it, but now you see, like, even you're like, it's not extremely bad, it's not the worst thing ever, it's still wrong though. So when somebody else brings that shit up and it's years later and you're beyond, like, and you're past that and you're beyond that and you've grown.
Now she would obviously have this reaction because she's been ignoring
that'll
this
never leave the internet. Exactly, bro. So it's like you can't just, bro, that's why you have to do the right thing. Ain't gonna lie, you have to always do the right thing as much as you possibly can, as much as you humanly possibly can. Always do the right fucking thing. Real shit. That shit always gonna come to the light.
As well as Bonnie, who has been ignoring this controversy, but
damn,
Cinna,
that
Bonnie,
fucked up Cinna's
Immaru, these are all roommates of one another. They all stream together very often. So obviously, to basically be in the middle of like this group setting where your friends leaked audio that you've all been.
Wait, why did he include that in his diss? Is she with Arky?
Ignoring is suddenly played, and you have to try to like play it off.
Are you
like,
ready to
pretend
die?
you don't know what's going on.
Tough.
It's going to be rather embarrassing. Now, after this big group call, her audience basically asked her, why is she defending someone like Bonnie, right? Who is now a 30-year-old, but at the time was again 18, and she did something with a 16-year-old. People are asking her, like, why is she defending this kind of stuff? To which Cinna said this.
Why are you letting people talk shit about your roommate, brother? Like, I don't know how to say this to you. I've already talked about this off stream with her. You don't think if I haven't talked about it off stream, I don't know what's going on? It's on her at that point to deal with it, and she asked me not to. Like, beyond that, I don't know why you think I'm being a bad friend. If she asks me to say something, then I'll say something. If you don't, like, use your brain for a second. You know what I mean? That is a grown ass woman. She specifically asked me to handle
that should be crazy. Like when you see, like, cause she never talks like this. Her serious tone. She's always so like up and chipper and polite, and like, and you just see like when the chat like pisses a streamer off, and it's just like it gets real. They're just using their real tone. They're not trying to be nice to you or anything. It just, hey, lock in type shit.
But then at the same time, you know, I'll say this: I'm not gonna let my chat be filled with a bunch of people. I'm gonna just handle it how I handle it. But like, yo, use your brain for a second.
She dead ass right now. Facts. She's never like this.
It is what it is. But like, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh shit, that was a lot of stuttering, Cinna. I'm not gonna lie. Oh shit.
Yo, use your brain for a second. You don't.
Oh shit.
You know what I mean?
Brain lag.
It is what it is. But like, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. And it's not is what it is on like some blanket shit. Obviously, I'm not saying that, but you know, what are you gonna do?
She couldn't get her motor started.
I handle my business the way I handle my business because that's how I've always done it. And that's all you need to
She said something but did it
know
not.
about it from my side because I handle business when I need to.
So basically a nothing
Come on,
reply.
dude. You can't say that, bro.
She literally said nothing. She just said like, oh yeah, like,
you can't say
that's
that,
my
bro.
friend, and she told me not to talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. I handle my business, basically implying like she's going to mute people or ban people if they talk about it in the chat and whatnot, which led to someone like XQC giving his thoughts on this whole topic.
Here we go, brother.
I've already talked about this off stream with her. You don't think if I haven't...
I bet the one gift that we don't understand what he's saying.
Chat, guys, history repeats itself. Brother, this is like a classic Austin. It's a classic LA. It's a classic OTV, OTK. Bro, this is the most classic that you're ever gonna see.
I'm talking about it off stream. I don't know what's going on. It's on her
Damn,
at
I
that
can
point
understand
to deal
him.
with
I
it.
lose
She asked
one
me not
gifted.
to. Like, beyond that...
Okay.
Beyond that...
Okay, Cinna, I have to call you out on your shit. I have to call you out. You literally made a public statement about not wanting to be friends with Aiden or close to Aiden or whatever because of, I don't agree with what he does or what he says or what he did in the past, whatever. So I gotta be hands off, whatever. You hear the most outrageous shit about somebody who's close to you, and now they gotta deal with it. But I will enjoy the comfort of the current status quo. Come on, bruh. Listen. When I've been saying this for years, if you cash in a W,
somebody in the chat says it's different. I was gonna ask y'all, chat, is it different? Because I ain't gonna lie. To be fair, bro, she doesn't fucking know Aiden Ross, gang. She probably met Aiden through content. She doesn't fucking know Aiden Ross. She lives with Bonnie. I don't know. It's just I don't know. I wouldn't want to be associated with her either. But I'm just saying, she lives with this girl. So it's kind of like, I don't think that's the same as her dealing with Aiden and then not wanting to deal with Aiden anymore. Shit, she probably don't want to deal with Bonnie anymore. She's just trying to figure out, you feel me? Cinna is going to be on. Cinna is probably going to do her own thing eventually anyway. She's one of the biggest female streamers. She doesn't have to, but like, until then, she probably going to play it how she has to play it, keep it PG, and then get out the way and not involve herself with her that much anymore either. Slowly over time. That's just probably what it's gonna end up being.
It means you also cash in.
Then Asha Speed lived with Aiden during the incident with Ash Cash. Yeah. Speed lived with Aiden like twice because his mom kicked him out before.
You cannot get it both ways. You can't, bro.
Speed did live with Aiden. I forgot about that. I was watching Speed at that
W's
time.
And then flip around and also get a W on the reverse.
That's crazy.
Like,
damn.
There has to be some sort of standing on business.
Bro, that's crazy. Speed mom used to just. It means that, I'm sorry for keep pausing. Speed mom used to just be coming into the room and like that ass like, and he'd have to end stream. That shit's crazy, bro. And I used to be in those, and he'll just like have to end stream. She used to come in there and like cuss him the fuck out.
It means that when you rise, you look cool, but
he used to be too loud and shit though.
Now to kind of
Black
translate,
parents, he used to be screaming and shit though. But she'd come in there and she'd be losing her shit. Sometimes he didn't used to be tripping though. Sometimes she was just on his ass for no reason.
What I think XQC is saying is that, yes, Cinna was very quick to cut ties with Aiden Ross, right? Aiden Ross is a very controversial streamer, says very controversial things and has controversial people on his platform. If he was still in her house,
she was screaming Green Apple Gang.
Herself from him for that reason, right? Meanwhile, her best friend, her roommate, Bonnie.
We need something. We need a code word to end stream with. What's a code word we can make like green apples? Not green apples though. Red banana.
He is in a similar situation where there's something quite controversial happening with her. And she's now saying the whole like, oh, well, I don't really know. Let her handle that on her own, right? Well, but like you should have kept that energy when it came to someone like Aiden Ross. If you get a W, you have to be consistent or you're going to get that L. You're going to see the downfall, which is exactly what's happening now with Cinna.
But then at the same time, I'll say this. I'm not going to let my chat be filled with a bunch of people. I'm going to just handle it how I handle it. But like, yo, use your brain for a second. You don't.
Yeah, but why would the person involved tell you how to operate around it? You know what I mean? I feel like that's also a problem. Like,
kinda.
So does that make sense?
I mean,
why
fair.
would the person currently involved in that?
Fair.
Should you take their word for it and then operate the way they want you to? They are the most biased person to talk to about how you should operate it. Because they're the one that's the most involved.
And I have to agree with XQC here, right? Like, if you're going to go to someone that's literally in the middle of a controversy to like ask them how they should handle a situation
in your individuality,
whether they speak about it publicly or whatnot, obviously they're going to tell you, do not talk about it. Or
that's
if you do
like,
talk about it, give my side that like I want everyone to know about. I think that's kind of what people are asking Cinna is, what are your thoughts about it? Not what is Bonnie parroting to you so that you compare it to other people. What are your thoughts about the situation? Whether she thinks it's like the worst thing ever or a nothing burger, that's her thoughts. And I think people want to hear that compared to just having what Bonnie tells her repeated. And now a bit of a twist in this whole drama is that Mizkif, of course, got word of the whole thing.
What?
Mizkif, humongous streamer,
I don't believe shit this nigga say.
Controversies, essay allegations made by Bonnie and Cinna's roommate Imaru, has now come out to say that Bonnie hated Cinna for 3 years. Bonnie started viewing Cinna as a leech and an opportunist, and they even got into a physical altercation. And now they're like,
is that so? Well, it's crazy because now Cinna's one of the biggest female streamers ever, one of the biggest streamers ever in general. So It's probably Bonnie who's leeching off of Cinna's wealth now, because Cinna probably could pay for their whole house on her own if she would like to.
Best friends, literal roommates.
Like a VIP spot, right? So I get to go up top. And I went up top and I'm hanging out with Bonnie. So I brought Bonnie to this whole thing. Me and Bonnie went down there. And we're on the top while Simply's performing and it's fun. And this is the first time that I ever met Cinna.
She beating
Cinna
me
that night. And when I met Cinna, she was all over me.
I don't believe that.
And when I say all over me, I mean she wouldn't stop being all over me and talking to me. It was insane. It was ridiculous. And the entire time, me and Bonnie were looking at each other like, what the fuck is this girl doing? It was ridiculous. So we left the party, and Bonnie starts immediately shit-talking Cinna about how she's a bitch, how she's a fake fuck,
whose side is he on?
Demon, how she hates this girl, all this crap.
Man, I will tell you,
damn,
say
whose
what
side
you
is he
want about
on?
Mizkif, have your own opinions about Mizkif, but when bro said he was going demon time, he meant it. This year, it seems like literally every single person who has had a problem or has tried to cancel or cut off Mizkif is all now in their own controversies. And Mizkif is going to be the first person. He is basically like the Paul Revere of like Twitter, Twitch cancellations. He told you guys that demon time was coming, and we are seeing it in real time.
Right?
Nobody cares what Mizkif
her
thinks.
So much. And she wouldn't stop hating her for 3 fucking years. Okay? For 3 years, she hated her because of this one moment. And Bonnie was like, you are the fakest fuck. This girl is so fake. This girl is gross. They hated each other. I think Cinna doesn't realize it because Bonnie's very open when she hates people. And Bonnie never liked her, wouldn't talk about her, and thought that she was just gross and grimy and a leech. All right? One night, this is about 1.5 years ago, Russell has a party in my backyard. A lot of people show up. And Cinna and Bonnie both show up. Bonnie starts drinking, and when Bonnie drinks, she gets pretty violent.
Headphones.
I'm just saying that, okay?
I'm like, the fuck?
And she gets pretty violent, and she tried to fight Cinna that night. She tried to fight Cinna.
No shit, I do believe
at my
this.
Pool.
That's
Here's
so
proof.
fake. I don't believe the shit
This
he's
is
saying.
me messaging Emmy.
But
sorry, Cinna and Bonnie just got into town into a fight.
bro, what messages are these? What messages could these possibly be, gang? If everybody here is rich and has iPhones, what service are you texting off of, bro? What the hell is this? What the fuck is this? Everybody here has iPhones. Every one of these individuals is getting good money and they're good up-to-date streamers and they have the best of technology possible.
Bonnie basically tried attacking Cinna. OMG, what the fuck?
W2
Yeah, people
fucking hours.
came
Thank you,
over and
everybody who's
Bonnie
been here every second, every minute, so
over
get your
for us.
badge,
I'm
put
just
your
like
hands up
texting
high.
shit. I'll tell you when I'm free, right? So I'm literally telling Emmy that Cinna and Bonnie are into a fight. A fist fight. Bonnie tried to straight up fight Cinna at my pool party because she hated her so much from 3 years ago and thought she was a clout, leech, fake fucking bitch who came into Austin, Texas and grinded on me and was basically from the get-go a fucking freak.
Okay, I'll have to be the one to say it. It is funny that Bonnie, of all people, is like calling people clout demons and like leeches and all that, when she literally went from being like a cam girl to hanging out with Esfund, who was like another guy part of this big streamer community. She slowly started to get clout and popularity in her own community, moved away from the adult content, and also calling Cinna a freak for twerking on Mizkif when she is the one who hooked up with the 16-year-old at 18.
How did Cinna get big in streaming?
Was a cam.
I know a bit of her lore. Cinna was with, like, I guess she stays in the house with this group, and they were like a group. I don't know the name of that group. I don't know if it's OTK. I know she was in a group though, and the group, like, they weren't the biggest streamers ever, but they kind of were like, they were decent size. For some reason, I feel like I'm not sure, but anyway, she was in she basically, and she also lived with Extra Emily. Like they were always tied in. She was basically on the Poggers. She's basically on the Poggers side of Twitch. So she's kind of been growing in there, and then she started collabing with people who's in the WL side of Twitch. I'm gonna say it like this: she really blew up when she met Agent. When she met Agent and they did their first collab stream together, that's when Cinna blew up in the space, like completely. Like she's nuclear. Like she became nuclear because now I only know her from Agent. I'll say same, to be fair, but then I you look into stuff, and I met her from Agent, and then starting to learn where she came from and stuff. But that brought her into the W and L community. Twitch is really split into two different communities: the W and L community, everybody who came from 2K, Kai Cinna, AMP, RDC, all those people, and then the Poggers, everybody who came, Ninja, XQC, Cinna, everybody on that side of Twitch who came. And Your Rage is like a split. Your Rage is like split. He's like a Pogger and WNL. He did both. He came from both communities. But Twitch is really split into two different communities. She came from over there. When she like collabed with Agent and came into that space, it just made her insanely viral, like insanely huge. And she started collabing with other people. Your Rage No Face Cam was Prime Rage. Everybody says that. I didn't know Your Rage back then, but you feel me? Your Rage has been around for a long time. He's like the only one right now in the WNL who's like a split of both.
Girl for many
Queso
years,
too. Queso has his own community.
Doing all kinds of crazy, wacky stuff. Do your own research if you are interested. You just have to admit that is insanely ironic. Now, that's where I want to wrap the video up, ladies and gentlemen. I want to know your thoughts down below about this new update on the Bonnie situation. Again, this happened about 3 weeks ago, and it's coming back up again
3 weeks
because
ago.
Cinna decided to respond to a comment asking why she was ignoring it, essentially bringing awareness to the situation that, for the most part, like, I think a lot of people forgot about. It's not the worst allegations we have ever seen, but it's definitely one of those things where it truly does bring into account like other content creators' morals and like where they stand when it comes to allegations and drama, right? Like the same drama they would cancel other people for. Now that their friends are involved, all of a sudden we're seeing how the tides are moving, right? Thank you though for watching us.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. W video. And I suppose we'll catch you in the next time, YouTube. Everybody say bye-bye to YouTube. That was a W video.